Hey guys, so the game we're going to be reviewing today is World Conqueror 4. World Conqueror 4 is a turn-based strategy game focused on the events and battles of World War II. The game enables players to go through over 100 World War II related scenarios and command and mobilize their troops to victory. Players can choose from a variety of game modes, ranging from being able to conquer the whole world with their favorite country and generals to using their strategy to win historically significant battles. So let's get straight into it. Having not really ever played a game like this, World Conqueror 4 was a very new gaming experience for me. I'm not typically interested in games such as this, but because this game was directly inspired by real events in World War II, I found it intriguing. To begin, I want to tell you my thoughts about the controls of the game. As a beginner, I found that the simplicity of the game controls makes it pretty easy to learn how to play and be engaged in the battles right off the bat. The controls are pretty straightforward, and the only thing you really have to do in order to play is touch or click where you desire to move your troops or weaponry, and locate where you want to attack. It's that simple. Moving on to my thoughts about the visuals and graphics of the game. The game does a great job to bring a sense of realism to the players' minds. By bringing real-life depictions of pieces such as troops, tanks, cities, artillery, and generals, the game provides the players with an accurate representation of what some of these things looked like back in World War II. In particular, the world map was also great, adding to the feeling of scale that the World War II battles entailed. Overall, while I do think the graphics could have been better and a little bit more sharp and realistic, the game does a great job of making the player feel like they're actually in these wars fighting for their life. I think one of the best aspects of the game for me was the audio. The trumpeting music and the sounds of the battles were fantastic and truly set the tone of the game. The sounds of the troops, gunfire, and the simple background music make the player feel like they're actually battling and fighting against enemies. Again, this is where the game adds to this realism factor of the experience, truly making the user feel encompassed in these battles. Take a listen. Now I'll hand it over to Karthik to talk more about what World Conqueror 4 has to offer in terms of its storyline and gameplay.
World Conqueror 4 is a game that is based on World War II, and we get to experience various scenarios and battles that happen in World War II. So, the first battle that I'll be showing you guys is the German invasion of Poland. Here, we need to invade and capture key locations such as Warsaw and secondary locations which are indicated by a green blinking light. And one more interesting thing about this game is how different units of the same kind belonging to different nations interact with each other. For example, I just attacked another armored car with my German armored car. But since the Germans have technical superiority, mine dealt more damage than the opponents did. And we can also assign famous generals from World War II to our units, such as Bagramyan, who gives various buffs to our units. For example, by attacking now, my unit dealt way more damage than it would have without a general. Another interesting fact about this game is the what if scenarios. So here we get to play the German operation of Sea Lion, in which we need to capture London and other ports so that the Germans can gain complete control over England. This scenario never happened in real life because of the sheer costs and and evident English superiority. But facts like this make the game much more interesting. And one more interesting mode in this game is the domination mode. So here we get to play like sort of like chess puzzles. And we get to place our own units in, and we need to defeat the enemy units, which are vastly superior to ours. So all these aforementioned factors and the fact that this game is my very first strategy game made me love this game a lot.
As a whole, our conclusions can be summed up in one statement. World Conqueror 4 is a game that truly tailors to the World War II enthusiast and those who are new to turn-based strategy games. While there are elements that could definitely be improved on, such as graphics or improving movement control, the combination of the storyline, visuals, and sounds make the game one that doubles as a nice educational opportunity and a strategic game for all ages. Thank you guys for watching, and this was our review of World Conqueror 4.